My people, my people, my people. My name is Chief Strongblood. I am St. Vincent and the Grenadines' favorite and most hated son. I am the diaspora chief of my people. It has been another beautiful day for a protest, and I enjoyed every moment of my protest. Let me first remind you, the front of my sign says, I don't want the white man's money, the white man's woman, the white man's friendship, and all the white man's fame. And the reverse of my sign says, white man, why have you enslaved the African American? And the real thing I wanted to put on my sign was, I am not looking for followers, and I am not looking for a leader. But that which I now have on my sign is sufficient to accomplish the agenda that I have here protesting. There's nothing particularly important for me to bring to your attention as it relates to my protest this morning. And as you know, when I have finished protesting and when I have brought you an update as to what transpired while I protested, it is always my pleasure and delight to bring you something from the word of the Most High God. And we are going to continue in the same trend as we have been since last week. Last week, I brought you some information as it relates to a disgusting and a shameful trend that has been happening in St. Vincent and the Grenadines in the late 70s throughout the early 1980s. And this was where Ralph Gonsalves was instrumental in inducing the members of the United People's Movement, a political group that constitutes merely black men, with Ralph Gonsalves being the only exception for Caucasians that was permitted to be a part of that organization. I told you how he induced those people into having homosexual intercourse with him, he playing the role of the female, and how he enslaved them. And I told you what was some of the punishment for their enslavement. We must remember that Ralph Gonsalves is a Caucasian. We must remember that the people who he victimized pitied him. The people who he victimized not only pitied him, but they befriended him, and they put their trust and confidence in him, because they were of the opinion that even though he was white, he was like they are. My people, in Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 40 to 50, the Most High, when speaking to Moses, brought some reality to Moses' attention. And this was a prophecy. And I will get into it sometime, how I know it was a prophecy. And this is what the Most High God said to Moses. Instructions for his people. He said, therefore, thou shalt serve your enemies, which the Lord shall bring against you in hunger, in thirst, in nakedness, and in wants of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron around your neck, and he shall destroy you. But remember, the Most High God was speaking about the Caucasians, and he was speaking about what the Caucasians were going to do to us and why they were going to do it to us. 49. The Lord shall bring a nation, the Caucasians' nation, against thee from afar, from the ends of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth. That is a clue as to what the Most High is speaking about. A nation of whose tongue you will not understand. A nation of a fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young. Let us stop right there. The Most High have given Moses a prophecy for his people. He said, I will bring future I will bring a nation against the Israelites before their disobedience. That nation was going to enslave the Israelites. Chains around your necks, enslavement. He have a fierce countenance. That means his appearance will be different than that which they have ever seen before. He will not regard the person of the old. He will not show favor to the young. My people, the faith of the black men and women in St. Vincent and the Grenadines who have suffered under Ralph Gonsalves through rape and homosexuality, it is nothing new. You have to remember, the scripture says that the Caucasians have no regard for the old or will not show favor for the young. That is why Ralph Gonsalves find it so easy to enslave those people who took him in after he was a reject from his own community and the entire Caribbean. He had no problem enslaving them. Because remember, when he was kicked out of Barbados and Buns Bunny to help him, he was rejected, he was unemployed. He couldn't find a job nowhere, even though he had a doctorate degree. For what? For the rape of the university professor. He was blackballed from every Caribbean island there was. He was banned from St. Lucia, Grenada, Dominica. He couldn't go anywhere. He was restricted to St. Vincent, unemployed, depending on his mommy to keep him afloat. The members of the United People's Movement took him to reject, the black sheep of the white community. Buns Bunny saved the black sheep of the white community. And what he did? He didn't have a remorse in enslaving them. No remorse whatsoever. He enslaved all of the members he can from the United People's Movement. He enslaved Buns Bunny, and anyone who befriended Ralph Gonsalves suffered the consequence of becoming his slave. That is why I boldly say, I don't want the white man's money, the white man's woman, the white man's fame, or his friendship. Because I know, of being the friend of the white man, all he sees is an opportunity to conquer and to enslave. My people, go through the history of this earth, from Africa to Asia to India to America, and you will find that those people who befriended or put their trust in the white man all suffered the same fate. You come right home here to America and you will see every black man in the Rolodex of importance, every black woman in the Rolodex of importance in the United States of America. From Martin Luther King to P. Diddy, they have all been the slave of the white man. He will never promote you or give you the attention of the media unless he is under your control. Then he can dictate what you say, how you say it, where you say it, and when you say it. Everyone of color in this the United States of America who find themselves on the Rolodex of importance were enslaved by the white man. And I tell you, from Martin Luther King straight down to Sean Puff Daddy Combs, there were no exception. He will never let you become an elected member in any house of parliament in this United States unless he can control, unless you are a part of the white agenda and you are willing and full aboard on the white agenda. And the white agenda is to destroy the Israelite community and every community of color that exists in the United States of America and around the world. You have to remember, the white people, the Caucasians, has esoteric powers that you don't know about. They don't speak about it, but they use it on you without your knowledge. They are able to influence your thoughts. They are able to influence your thoughts and your actions and your behaviors. And it is these esoteric powers that they use on you to let you befriend them and put your trust in them, setting you up for you to be conquered and to become their slave. Once you are their slave, they have no remorse to show. If they fail, they will try to pretend it was an accident, it wasn't intentional, they were just joking. But their whole objective is to conquer and to enslave every non-white nation, every non-white individual. That is why my sign is clear. I don't want the white man's friendship. No, for nothing. When I went to Bermuda to work, there were some white people in the group that were training, was doing the orientation with us. Paul Marsden, Sean Whitley, and some others. I knew I was different because they all treated me different than they treated the rest. When I was working in Bermuda, actually involved in providing service to the Bermudan community, I had many white colleagues that I worked with. They all treated me different. I did not understand why. And that is because, unlike the others who were there on the job, I was not a slave. They treat me with utmost respect. And they didn't care to invite me out to their function and their time at the bars as they did the other black Bermudans and West Indians, because I was different. I was not their slave. They felt uncomfortable around me. Guess why the Most High says He is going to put the fear of you and the dread of you in the hearts of all those who hate you. That is why Ralph Gonsalves is afraid of me. Richard Ross is afraid of me. That is why I can come in this white community, in this white business district, the banking district, and protest, an anti-white protest, asking the white man, why have you enslaved the African Americans, the Latinos and others? And letting them know that I don't want your money, your woman, your friendship and your fame, and they can't do anything but to pass and cast the spells unknowing to me. But the Most High have made it clear. I will put the fear of you and I will put the dread of you in the hearts of all those who hate you. And you have to come to the realization, like their father Esau and our father Jacob, they have a natural and an uninhibited hatred for us, the Israelites. That is why they are afraid of us. That is why they are busy trying to enslave us so that they can keep us under their thumb and under their control. Not with a whip, but with the demonic forces they have control over, according to Revelation chapter 13, verse 1 and 2. I have heard many people, especially African Americans, says, I don't know why white people are afraid of us. I don't want them to be afraid of us. Because most of them, they are looking for something from the Caucasians. So therefore, they will deny the privilege that the Most High have given them in order to get some benefit. Me, I don't want their benefits. I am satisfied and I am contented with their fear of me. And this thing goes to even the Israelite men and women who have voluntarily make the Satans their gods and the Caucasians their masters, when they are sent by their masters to dispossess you, to disenfranchise you, they come to you with a brave front, but they are scared. Guess why? Because the Most High said it. I'll put the fear of you, and I will put the dread of you in the hearts of your enemies, those people who hate you, and you don't know it. Naturally, because the Most High has spoken it, they are afraid of you. Whether you want them to be or not, if you don't want your enemy to be afraid of you, then you have to become a reprobate. But as long as you are not a reprobate, as long as you have a soul that can be redeemed, everyone who hates you, everyone who despises you, everyone who considers you a threat or an enemy, they will always be afraid of you. So remember, don't allow the white man to use their esoteric power on you and have you become their friend, and you don't even understand why you like this person. Why are you their friend? Their esoteric powers is what they are using to get you to befriend them. They are setting you up to be conquered and to become enslaved. My name is Chief Strongblood. I am St. Vincent and the Grenadines' favorite and most hated son. I am the Diaspora Machismo.